During my third year of university, I did a 4-year course, and it was about time I thought about what I decided to do as a career. So I went into Inside Careers and our careers library, and I had a mathematical background. So the options were either something like investment banking or the actuarial profession. Given my background in stats and maths, it just appealed to me straight away. And having spoken to certain family members who'd also been involved in the profession, it led me to choose that career. I joined a firm and they provided me all the necessary support and training materials and tutorials, and through that I was able to complete my qualification. From my employer, we had, so we all allocated a study mentor who made us sure that we're on track on booking exam materials, booking exams, giving us the necessary study support. They paid for the exams, provided us study days as well during my employment there.
When I was doing my A-levels in Kenya, I didn't quite know what university course to pick. And one of my dad's friends was an actuary, so I spoke to him about what it was. And I wasn't looking for something that was purely just pure maths or statistics. And he mentioned that actuarial might be quite good, given that it leaves your options quite open. So I picked actuarial science as a degree. I did it for 3 years and then got my internship at a consultancy who offered me a graduate role, and that's where I started my career. Well, the universities in Kenya don't really offer any internationally recognised qualifications, so the obvious choices were America, the UK, Australia or Canada, and because my dad has British rights, the UK was an obvious choice, so that's why I arrived here. So it was straight after my A-levels, I attended a university, did actuarial science for 3 years, which gave me 8 exemptions, and when I started work I started studying for the subsequent exams. I work at a company in the general insurance department, and I do pricing and reserving work, so it's quite a varied role. I'd love to work abroad because I just think having exposure to different markets, different products is very important, and gives you a very rounded knowledge, so I'd love to see where my career takes me from now, and given I'm qualified, I think that's literally your passport to go wherever you want. The general insurance industry in Kenya is picking up at the moment, however I'm not sure if I'd pick Kenya or somewhere that's slightly more developed already, where I can actually apply skills that are quite similar to what the UK already.
Jalpa and I were discussing probably providing support with the marking of exams and looking to mark the core technical exams. So, and we're also, I'm part of a working party as well, so that's quite interesting as well, to something to do outside of work.
There's a stereotype of actuaries not being able to communicate, not having a life outside exams, not being friendly, but you know, the more and more actuaries you meet, I think you've actually got to meet us to understand that we're just like every other normal person around.